We are now joined by UFC middleweight Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
We'll take our first question from Alistair Bishop with MMA Republic. Your line is open.
Joaquin, how are you, sir?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. The first question I want to ask, obviously, racking up the highlight knockouts and the momentum's really in your favor. Does that put any pressure on you to continue performing on those sort of performances?
No, I mean, I already took the pressure off myself, man. I already proved what I'm capable of when I fought Jordan Wright. So, man, we just gonna go out there, man, have fun, and do what we do best, man. No added.
One of the questions. Fantastic. One of the questions that I want to ask a young guy like yourself, in these kind of situations, obviously with the pandemic, we know training can be restricted at times and a bit strange, but more importantly, you want to be active, you want to be ready. There's a lot of fights coming on short notice. So two things, how are you mentally staying ready for that? And how do you adjust your training to always be ready to perform?
I mean, it's something that we already kind of used to. Before this whole COVID thing popped off, man, I didn't have many gyms to go to, man. So I had to always train at home or, find buddies to train with. But really, we try to stay mentally strong and mentally prepared, man. I'm always in good and top shape, man, definitely because my conditioning coach. But other than that, man, we good, bro. Like, I don't do nothing special, man. We just keep doing the same things that got us here from the beginning.
And how do you decide when to really ramp up the training and when to kind of just keep a medium pace? And how do you fit in a cheat meal amongst all of this?
Cheat meals, I feel you, man. I always on cheat meals. I just had some cheat meals, man, today. I ain't gonna lie. But other than that, so to answer your question, like, we always go hard, bro. You know what I mean? Definitely when it comes to, cardiovascular, man, I'm always going ham. The thing is, I don't spar a lot, and I think that's what really helps me from prevented injuries and stuff like that, so I don't get banged up. But when it comes to workouts, and we always go ham. Man. We always make sure that we're in top shape.
You say you're not sparring all that much. Is it more technical sort of sparring?
Not for real, man. I don't really have much people to point spar with, man. So I pretty much just hit the heavy bag and hit mitts. I train out with Marcialago in Michigan, but obviously I stay in St. Louis. So whenever I need a fight camp ready, they'll set that up for me, and they'll bring in some good guys, good body types for me to train with. That's the only time I really get some good sparring work in. Other than that, man, it's the heavy bag and mitts, focus mitts. So I don't really much get good sparring in. But I think it's a good thing, to be honest with you. Like I said, don't have any injuries, and, I can always stay in good shape for a fight.
Awesome. Obviously, it's a marquee event back on Fight Island. ABC, there's a lot of talk. The fans are going to be back in the arena. What sort of performance would you envision that would really set your name in the lights amongst all the fans returning on Fight Island?
I mean, if I just do what I come to do, you know what I mean, and just put on the show, I know everybody, not just the crowd alone, but the people that's watching back home, the millions of folks that's tuning in for free, are going to love me and are going to tune in for every fight that I probably have. So, I have a lot to gain come the 17th, but January 16th back home.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Appreciate it.
We'll go next to Gabriel Gonzalez with Cageside Press. Your line is open.
Hey, Joaquin, how are you?
I'm blessed.
Now that's an answer right there. I know it didn't come as any surprise, but what was it like having so many outlets honor you with that knockout of the year over the holidays?
It's definitely something to get used to, definitely since I've been under the radar for a very long time, and I've been trying to, push my name out by myself for a very long time. It's cool to see people, actually wanting to figure out who I am and, definitely try to explore on my background. So, it's pretty cool, man, to have all these different outlets reach out to me.
You've kept a busy schedule now since October. Is it safe to say that this is kind of what you want to do? You want to, health permitting, you want to keep up this pace for your fights?
Got to. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to stay consistent. I got to keep the eyes on me. And the only way to do that is to fight, And like I said, I don't have any hard sparring days, and, I don't bang up my body unnecessarily. So it's always easy to stay ready for a fight because I don't have any crazy injuries,
You're obviously a young guy, but when you're staying active like this, going from camp to camp, fight to fight, how do you avoid that burnout in the gym? Because it is a grind to stay busy and stay ready for fights so often.
Oh man, well I'm from the STL, man, and without STL, man, you can't spell hustle. So man, I'm from a place where you gotta grind, man. So it's just something that I'm used to, man. I adapted to it, man, and it's just in my nature, bro, to go hard and grind. So it's not about success; it's about survival, in my eyes.
Final question: just what are your thoughts on Alessio as an opponent and how this fight goes down?
I think Alessio is a very respectable opponent. And, even off the 3 losses that he had back to back, it's all been like unanimous decision, split decision type losses. And I really think that he's going to come pretty hard with some heavy pressures to try to, knock me out. But, unfortunately, when you come to kill, that means you're open to get killed yourself. So, if he's looking to try to take me out, I got to do the same thing to him. So it's going to be a fun fight between me and him.
Hey, thank you, Joaquin. Good luck.
Almost does.
We'll go next to Jordan Ellis with Low Kick MMA. Your line is open.
Joaquin, I'm just wondering, with the turn of the new year, have you had the chance to, sit down and reflect on 2020 and what a crazy year it was for yourself?
Most of, man, just the ending of 2020. I mean, nothing much changed for me when it first got started. With COVID and everything, I was still able to work. I was still able to retain my job, but the people's lives around me, unfortunately, were tanked pretty hard by COVID. And for me to get signed and for me to, be able to take care of my family, now I'm able to take care of the ones that are around me that needed help. So, it's a blessing for everybody that, I got this opportunity, because I can feed my family now. So that's pretty dope.
That is dope. And just on Alessio, obviously he's had a few losses, but he's never been knocked out. And does that change the way you approach this fight, or is that something you'd love to get on your resume, a big knockout?
Nah, not at all, man. A couple of opponents I fought before never been knocked out until I fought them. So it's probably gonna be a new experience for him. But it is what it is, man. It's the fight business, it's the hurt business. So we coming in there, to put each other's lights out. And but I expect my hand to be raised at the end of the night.
And after your last fight, obviously you got on the mic and you had that, kind of epic call out or indirect call out of James Krause. It looked like that's the fight we were heading towards, and now here you are fighting Alessio. Was that ever close to happening, that fight?
I couldn't tell you. I'm fighting, he's not, and now we got an opponent named Alessio who's willing to get in the cage with me. So you got to go on his end with that, But other than that, I ain't worried about it.
And just finally, Dana White, going into the new year, I think he picked his top 3 fighters to watch out for in 2021, and you were one of them. What do you make of that type of praise from the boss?
He already know, man. He know what talent look like. So I appreciate that, Dana, and for sure I'm going to keep that word, I'm going to make sure that it's not disappointing.
Okay, thanks for your time. Good luck with Fight Night.
Appreciate it.
We'll go next to Jordan Wahlberger with The Horn. Your line is open.
Hey, Joaquin, how you doing?
Bless.
Hey, congrats on a good finish to last year. Obviously, you won our KO of the year last year. But last year, you're kicking off this new year on ABC. Obviously, that KO is going to be played over and over again as we lead up to that. How do you kind of stay grounded and make sure that you keep that pressure off going into this fight?
Well, like I said, I relieved a lot of pressure from the Jordan Wright fight and just realized it's just another fight. It's not that big of a deal. I know people see the impact of the kick and, try to expect something different or if not the same thing. But unfortunately, man, it's the fight game. It's very unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. You just got to keep your eyes glued to the TV.
Nice. We're excited to see that. You obviously had a busy year in 2021. What changed really after that UFC debut against Kevin Holland?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, you're good. What changed for you? So obviously you had a busy year. You made your UFC debut. Unfortunately, it was a loss for you. But what really changed in kind of your mindset and your approach to fights after that UFC debut?
Nothing, man. There's always either kill or be killed. He got me that night, and shout out to Kevin Holland. He's definitely a fighter of the year from 2020, and but I plan on running it back with Kevin Holland again. But it was just his moment and his chance and opportunity to shine. I can't take that away from him. But other than that, though, I don't really see myself losing to anybody up to this point.
Hey, you fought last year on Fight Island. You had 2 of those fights in Las Vegas. Anything that you learned over those experiences, kind of in quarantine, how to kind of prepare yourself for a fight that you're putting into a place this week for Fight Week?
What I really realized, man, this is about mental preparation, man. Just visualizing the whole scenario on how the whole fight is going to go, because you just only have time just to sit and wait. You know what I mean? And being inside of a hotel room, it's not much to do. You can't really train like you want to. So it's really about mental preparation when it came to quarantining. So that's what I learned the most, man. It's just visualization. You know.
So how do you visualize? Go ahead. How do you visualize this fight ending?
I see this fight ending definitely in the KO in a spectacular fashion for sure. You know, and I just see myself getting the win.
All right, Joaquin. Hey, best of luck this week. Thanks for the time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go next to Damon Martin with MMAfighting.com. Your line is open.
Hey, Joaquin, you talked about it going into your second fight after the viral knockout, building on that win and not proving that wasn't some fluke or anything like that. But can you kind of give me an idea, beating Jordan the way you did, having another dominant win, do you feel like you've proven to people to you're more than just a viral knockout. You are a legit threat to everybody in this division?
I think I have, but you always got people that's always got something to say, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I showed it was a mistake. I got another knockout, and I plan on doing it again. Here it come January 16th.
You said, obviously you're not, gunning for the knockout, but obviously expectations rise when you're kind of a high impact fighter. We've seen it throughout history, expectations. How do you handle those expectations, knowing that when you fight now, people are expecting, that kind of, that emphatic knockout, that emphatic finish. Do you think about that, or do you just put that in your mind?
Nah, man, I put it on myself, bro. I do gun for the knockout. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be going for that knockout. You know what I mean? But I put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure I finish these guys. Definitely, if I feel like you're not on my level, there's no reason why I need to take you to the judges. If I feel like I have the superior skill sets, I should be able to figure out how to finish the match. You know what I mean? Because with chess, man, I need a checkmate. I need to end the fight.
Absolutely. And last thing, I don't want to bring up a negative subject. I know somebody asked about the James Krause fight. There was also a possibility of Julian Marquez, another guy that fights out of that gym. There's been so much talk about that whole thing, but is there any part of you now that just wants to move beyond it, because it just doesn't seem like it's happening?
No, it's not happening. So it doesn't even fit where we're going now, But other than that, I do got another shout out who I want to fight later on after I beat Alessio. So yeah, I'll be ready for that.
Awesome. Thanks, Joaquin.
All right, thank you very much, Joaquin. You're all set.
Thank you.